He was having his conjurer's audience think out loud this way. Roy drops his spoon and Prue squats down to pick it up, her shorty robe flaring over one thigh. I see peep of jet black bikini underpants. A slightly shiny vaccination a little high up. Nelson groans. Oh, out with it. Dad, I got to go to the bathroom. He blows his nose and paper out. What was his nose always running? He had read somewhere that maybe people on the death of Rock Hudson, that's the first signs of AIDS. Harry says no more circus museum. Actually, they've closed it for renovations. He had noticed a story about it on the Sarasota paper a week or so ago. Headline Circus Redux. He hates the word you see it everywhere. He doesn't know how to pronounce it, like arbitrigger or perestroika. My plan was this. Today I got to play golf, but tonight there's bingo in the dining hall. Thought the kids, or at least Judy, would enjoy that. We could all use real meal for a change. Tomorrow we could either go to Lionel Train's Seashell Museum that Joe Gould says is just terrific, or in the other direction. So they're at Edison House. I've always been a kind of curious about it, but maybe just a little advanced for the kids. Don't know. Maybe the invention of the telephone and the photograph doesn't really seem exciting to kids raised on this computerized crap they have now. Dad, Nelson says this pain boy sniffing, it's not even this exciting to me. Isn't there someplace on Route 41 could all go play video games or miniature golf? Or the beach and swimming pool? Jesus, I thought we came down here to relax and you're making some kind of educational deal. Come off, lay off. Rabbit is hurt, lay off. I was just trying to create a little structure, he says. Yep, Prue intervenes in his defense. Nelson, the children can't spend all day in the pool. They get too much ultraviolet. Dan says it's hot weather is bound to turn cool. This time of year it's fluky. It's a greenhouse effect, Nelson says, turning to go to the bathroom, showing that disgusting rat's tail at the back of his head. Glint of earring. How queer is this kid? The greedy consumer society has wrecked the ozone and will all be fried by the year 2000, Nelson said. Look. He points to the Fort Myers of News Press. Someone has said in the kitchen table. The main headline is 1988, The Dry Look. A cartoon shows a crazy-looking yellow sun wringing out some clouds for a single drop of water. Janice must have brought the paper in from the corridor. Through she cares about the lifestyle section. What the fucking who's divorcing whom? Normally she says in bed, lets her husband be the one to bring the paper for the corridor. Lifestyles keeps. Prue hands back Roy's spoon to him and takes his dreadful little bowl of total mush and congeals like dog food left out overnight. What's a nana? She asked in a coaxing, sexy voice. A nice nana, Mummy peeled and sliced it. Janice confesses, Teresa, I'm not sure we have any bananas. In fact, I know we don't. Harry hates fruit, and we should eat it. I mean, to be a big shopping yesterday for you, Nelson, but the tennis game. I went to the third set, and there was time in the airport. She brightens her voice, then goes up in the volume. Tries to become another conjurer. That's what we could do this morning while Grandpa plays his golf. We could all go to Winn-Dixie and do the enormous shopping. Count me out, Nelson yells from the bathroom. Like to borrow the cash sometime, though. So they're discussing your talk. So you said Detroit couldn't recover, right? What does he want to occur for a little big shot? Detroit, he couldn't visit Detroit. You knew too much. So you're gay. So you're gay, right? Trying to spread AIDS and PMS. You knew too much. So you're going around about trying to grab at women and stuff, and pedophiles, and so this is what you're trying to say stuff, right? You knew too much. couldn't even visit Detroit. Going about global warming and how much you want to touch you there, huh? So we got AIDS and PMS, right? You want AIDS and PMS in sex law. You need too much, huh? All these multiple affairs. Then you can't really read and write the book. So they can't. So the Marines raise a bunch of kids who can't really read and write or want to get in fights, attack me that can read your book. So you're attacking me about race, going AIDS and PMS, And then you want to say you knew too much, and then Detroit couldn't recover. About cars in Detroit, you knew too much. And yet, 32 years later after this book, being gay and PMS, Detroit took 3 years, 20 years later, took 3 years to have a chance at the Heisman Trophy or something. Detroit had a chance to win after 3 years because took a while for people who did work to recover from your AIDS and PMS and your Russian gangsters, people trying to learn English. So it took 3 years to recover, get their pep back, to recover their cars after AIDS and PMS and Russians, with your slut-shaming people with Russian gangsters. So after the Marines were bullying me about AIDS and PMS and mental health, took 3 years for Detroit to get a chance at the Super Bowl. Because your Marines want to have a bunch of kids who can't know and read and write with the, chinks and kikes. I don't know. So they can't really read and write because they raised Marines trying to start a civil war and lie about me. They can't even get food. They can't even get food or read their mother tongue. They'll just set the place on fire. Except for Marines invading with Russians to lie. Marines are gonna lie, bringing people attack you, teach you how to be illiterate and go to fight to start civil war. Marines are in Philadelphia, stalking people with AIDS and PMS and mental health, with kids who will not be able to read and write because they can't get food, they can't practice reading and writing. Marines are going to sit there about sex working and sex trafficking, attack you in mental wards and filthy pigs, So you have to get past your Marines saying this stuff about people at church with Baptists, the Baptist church where there's Satan and sex traffickers and racists, but your Marines there, So if you can get past the Marines at the Baptist church slut-shaming people, you can read and write. Your projects in Philadelphia, slut-shaming women with your football team. Detroit took 3 years to recover from this shit. So they said they won't pay for the car because they don't think people are worth shit. So they said they're like the Marines is going bitch slut whore to me. Like some Nuremberg war criminals and Ukrainians trying to invade with Russians, start a civil war and lie about me. They destroy the written language, do a bitch slut whore to be tied out race, and take over with Russians. And then that took 3 years for Detroit to recover, right? Took 3 years for Detroit to get a chance at the Super Bowl to recover. I don't know. Took 3 years to fix up Detroit for a chance at the Super Bowl, their pep talk, right?